Hello, friends. Welcome to Prerna Ke Sroth. Prerna Ke Sroth is a channel which is dedicated to acknowledge and appreciate all those people who have fought the challenges of their life so bravely that they've become a source of inspiration for all of us. The guest gracing this episode is Miss Rashmi Sudanand, a proud owner of a brand called Little Impressions and a very proud mother of a little girl called Amishi. Let's get to hear her story and get to know about how Little Impressions happened and how she managed the challenges that life was throwing at her when she was blessed with Amishi. So, to know more about Rashmi Sudanand, Amishi, and Little Impressions, let's get to meet the guest. So, welcome to Prerna Ke Sroth, Rashmi.
Thank you so much, Shivali, for this opportunity. And I think it's a platform where we can discuss and speak about things which need attention and care, I think. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. A platform where we actually bring all those people who've made a difference in their lives and today are the role model for other parents and people around. So they can take some sort of a learning and inspiration from them. So there's so much that I need to understand from you, and I want our viewers to watch this video specially for a lot of reasons. But to begin with, tell us about Little Impressions. What is Little Impressions all about?
Yes, I think Little Impressions is a journey for me, and it is very close to my heart. I think it's as close to my heart as Amishi is. So, in terms, I can say it's my second baby. So, Little Impressions is little minds, impressions, what we understand the term impression, good or bad, it's going to have its impression on their little young minds.
Beautiful. So is it something to do which helps parents, or does this help the kids, and how do you approach?
Uh, since Little Impressions is both, firstly, it is for parents because we need to be very mindful of what we do. And I think since this is the age of specialization, every stream has specialization, then why not parenting? So, per se, I'm not a parenting expert in terms of, say, kind of having a lot of certifications or my study in terms of parenting. But yes, I've learned a lot with my child. So my child has been my teacher, and of course, the inquisitiveness to learn in me, the child in me, made me So Little Impressions is a beautiful concept which I conceived, and I think I had shared with you this logo also, which I had really worked uh, well on. And you see, the children, these are always sparkling with joy and enthusiasm, and this is how we want our children to be, despite any challenges they may have, they might not have.
So, to help the audience understand what Little Impressions is all about, it is a platform. It's a team which helps parents to understand and bridge the gap between what is required out of their role and what they're currently doing. Is that right?
Right. So I to put it like that, there's no thumb rule for parenting. It's an experiential journey, right? So I can't give you the thumb rules, but yes, there could always be guiding parameters or guiding, experiential learnings where, which I think always counts than the bookish learnings, because we can always relate to them better, we can understand them better, and then we want to replicate it in our own way. What suits me, I will pick up that. I might not like some aspect which I am telling you. You might pick up one thing, and that is more than enough for me.
Beautiful. So, Rashmi, you've been an HR professional, you have worked in corporates, and from there to Little Impressions, how did this journey happen? And what was the thought behind Little Impressions other than helping parents, bridge that gap between what is expected and what they're doing currently with the child, which is abled or specially abled, whichever way?
Yes. So the thought goes in this way, Shivali. Firstly, when Amishi came in my life, and Amishi had little challenges, and as I told you, So while she was undergoing her, auditory therapy, what I understood through all that process was that if we put in efforts to our children right at the beginning, irrespective, whether they are specially able children or normal children or whichever ways, it's a child basically, and how beautifully we can mold them. It's, I think that's the, as we say, घर की नींव पक्की हो तो इमारत अच्छी बनती है. So in that same perspective, that was thought which came to me, how well informed they could be to their surroundings, age appropriate. It's not that, anything beyond their age, of course. And it is, I think it would be a sensitive and informed uh, growing up of children. It's not that it's a learning only for a child, it would be a learning for parent also. So it's both ways, and it's a beautiful experience. So
That's
this
so
is the
right.
thought
Yeah.
which I had behind
That's a beautiful thought. That's a very beautiful thought. In
Yeah.
fact, I want to tell the viewers that Amishi was born with a hearing condition, which was identified at a very early stage. And what makes Rashmi and Amishi and Kunal, the whole family, so special, why they are the role model for us today, is because they took it, in a stride. They accepted the problem then and there, and they moved on with it. I'm sure it must have been difficult. So, would you like to take us through that journey of how you came to know about the hearing condition?
Yes. So Shivali, like, as every parent is excited for the child's birth, so were we. And I, during my, carrying Amishi, I never had any problems per se, or my pregnancy was very normal. So when we got to know Amishi is this, about hearing the loss. So right at birth. So how did we got to know is that it's a newborn hearing test, which are generally done in good hospitals, and it has to be done for every child, irrespective, the pregnancy is normal or difficult anyways. So by WHO, this is a international norm. So wherein in developing nations, it's still not a practice. But fortunately, the hospital Amishi was born into had this, facility to check certain parameters of a child right after a few days of birth. So there we got to know, that they check for eyes, hearing, and a few more things. So there we got to know that yes, she has some difficulty in recognizing the sound. So from then on, yes, the world came down for us as parents, as family. We were very, we thought, what next? Because as a layman, we were never aware of any, kind of technology or what. So here began Kunal's search. He's very good at it, and entire family got together, and these were early interventions, and she had a cochlear implant. So that is
That's
what.
so right. So to help the audience and the viewers know what a cochlear implant is, would you take us through that? And what is bilateral cochlear implant, which I understand it's done both ears simultaneously.
Yes. So if you, I'm not a science person to explain you very accurately, but it's an implant which is done. Uh, it's a bypass mechanism of your hearing loss. So there's a nerve or there's a signal which doesn't reach your brain, and hence your brain is not responding to the auditory sounds, to the auditory, that the auditory part of the nerve brain is not getting activated. So here science and technology works in a way that they do a surgery inside your skull behind the ears, this part, and they place a device there, and there's a device which is one on the ears, which takes the sound, and that the inner part transmits to the brain. So that's God has designed us as humans so complicatedly well that we look very good, but when we don't have a thing, then I think it's really, really difficult to make that process is in itself very technological, or I think biotechnological advancements. So thanks to the technology and science. And
So what you're saying essentially is what we have, we take it for granted at a lot of
Yes.
times without realizing what price you have to pay for it, both in terms of the money, but also the emotions that you had gone through as a parent when you first realize that the child is born with some sort of a difficulty. And so what worked for you? You mentioned that, initially you had faced that situation, that why me? So how did you pull yourself out of that scenario?
Yeah. So Shivali, initially it is very natural, you would always question why me. You would point out things. So despite all the odds, I always had the inner willpower. So then, when this happened and when we found out this, yes, there is something we could do. Then as a team, we work. Yes, there are people who work forefront, there are people who work behind the scenes. So that's how the movie goes. So we see the end results. So this entire team effort of family, doctors, friends, well-wishers, everybody. So I think in my mind, once her surgeries were done, her therapy started, I had this mission in my mind and Project Amish. Uh, Amishi was 13 months, Shivali, when she was operated. And since we identified her hearing loss right at birth, so things don't happen immediately. But yes, early intervention helps you reach a child's milestones early.
So what you're saying essentially, learning from your experience with Amishi's hearing loss, that you recognized and identified at a very early stage.
Yes.
And from the day that you recognized this, you immediately made an action plan, like you said. Between you and your husband, you distributed your task and you started working towards it. So
Right.
maybe for the parents who have the child with a hearing loss, should not just take it very lightly, should take interventions as early as possible.
Yes. Any parent who feels they have not gone through, this hearing tests earlier, right at birth, but around 6 months you get to understand whether your child is listening to the sounds or not. Although initially the child always identifies the comforting, hands of a mother or a smile or face, those. But then you get to understand. So the moment you realize that, have your child tested and go forward, because the technology is there. The technology
So what you also mentioned about, in case if we delay the process of identification and taking intervention, it will delay the cognitive development part of the child's brain, because one of the sense organ is not working, therefore the inputs are not coming, and therefore that part of brain will not develop the way that it should.
Yes, right. Because your brain doesn't know what sound is. So the more you work hard, the better results you will get. And I think so it takes 3 years, to be precise, that the child takes off well.
Okay. So from the time that the child has been implanted with the cochlear device or the processor, as you say, to the time that the child is completely able to hear like any other normal hearing person with the ability to hear, it takes about 3 years time. So, and in this time for you and Amishi, and this journey between the two of you, who have been your biggest influencers and who have played that role of the team, when you say?
See, of course, then there are a couple of people who've been influencers in this journey of Amishi. First and foremost, Kunal, without whom, neither I would have been able to, run Little Impressions, the back-end support. Then, of course, I mentioned my parents, who always looked up to, I had a dream to be independent, working, and all parents are, like the support of a child. And my in-laws, my brother, my bhabhi, my sister-in-law, so all of have contributed to where my journey, what in my journey. I would like to take a couple of names who've really influenced me in Amish, a journey with Amishi. First and foremost is Dr. Medicary, who implanted Amishi. He's the ENT surgeon, and he runs Medicare Super Speciality ENT Center here in Bangalore. Then Amishi is a therapist and a very good friend of mine now. We have built a real good bond with her, and my lot of learnings goes to her, Rashmi Deshpande. So we share the same name. So, and I always have immense gratitude for her. I always call her Amishi's second mom because she handholded Amishi to what she is today. Of course, yes, we worked together. Then to my journey of Little Impressions, where I had put Amishi to a school, kindergarten, while Amishi was 3 years. So Mrs. Kritika Ghosh, she is the director for EuroKids 2 branches here. She runs in Bangalore. And she's a lady who really encouraged me and helped me believe in my potential. She brought out kind of the best in me and gave me a platform for Little Impressions. So here, actually, this is where in 2017, Little Impressions took off.
So, to help our viewers understand the behaviors for which Amishi was spotted, identified as a special child, was not because of her hearing implant that she has, but for her behavior that she was displaying, being very kind and courteous in school with people around her. She was able to communicate very beautifully and very articulative a child for her age. She was able to read very well, unlike the other kids of her age.
Yeah, her identification of, because that age they are not able to read, but yes, they were. She was very quick to respond to sounds. Like if a baba sound comes, that's a sheep. They have to just pick up the things and tell. That time kindergarten the kindergarten studies are like that. We don't expect them, but identification, recognition. So, if I talk of Amishi's persona or Amishi as an individual, Amishi is a very positive child. She's a very social child. Each of us have our own behavioral traits. Some are introverts, some are extroverts. So she's an extrovert. She mingles with people. She loves to talk, and that's how that was a real help to both me and Rashmi to be able to develop Amishi very well.
Beautiful. I think it's your own approach and attitude towards life and positivity in general, that you happen to meet the right sort of people when you needed them. Like you mentioned about Rashmi, the therapist who worked with you and Amishi. So between two Rashmis was Amishi, so beautifully taken care of.
She's a very senior audiologist, plus a very, a very sensitive and a very well-informed. She plays her role the best.
Beautiful. So you've seen some pictures of Amishi with Brett Lee. What was that event about? Would you like to share that?
Yes, I forgot. Since Amishi was doing good, of course, the teacher feels good about it. And who's the teacher? Rashmi, Dr. Medicary. They all felt so much. So Amishi was an apple of their eye. So much so, so there was an event by Cochlear, so where Brett Lee is a brand ambassador for them. So, and generally he's here in India to spread awareness about early interventions, to know about, early testing, hearing, this early hearing testing and everything. So Amishi was there. So Amishi was invited as one of the, child who has had an implant, and how well she's doing. At 5 years, doing well, is in a mainstream school, competing with all other children at par. And so how early interventions help parents and child to be, at par with the society and the world around them. So of course, it takes a lot of efforts, but then it's for the good for a child. So this is how it was. And I think for us also, it was, meeting a celebrity through our little celebrity.
No, definitely all the hard work that you have done around Amishi. Now that she is independent, she is bubbly and more positive and more, I would say, more assertive a child than the kids of her age. She's very sure of what she wants and how she is to, and she's very soft and polite and very, like you said, very social child. She interacts so beautifully.
Yes. Right.
So, what message would you like to give to the fellow parents, Rashmi?
Firstly, don't get panic. In India, even though we are very well off or whatever we would be, get your child newborn hearing test, irrespective you see a deficiency or not, because that it's very difficult to make out, firstly, right? Unless until you do a test. Secondly, gather information. Gather information, what is required. Thirdly, reach out to support groups as to, how, whether there are government aids to it. There are states where things are done with government. So all this, be informed rather than just, getting to your emotions. And so come out of it and work for the child. It's enable them or empower them. Although it's easier said than done, it requires a lot of efforts. It will have its own ups and downs. It will have the emotional turmoil because, mothers are busy looking after household, everything. The world goes on. But then I think it's your own self-discipline which will help you. So, and keep going. This thought I had written, and I would like to read. That says, in one of my mom espresso thoughts, I had written this. This goes as inspire. Keep going and never give up. However tough may be the conditions, go on and write your story. A few will admire, but you never know how many you inspire. Be an inspiration. So this is
wow, it's so beautifully written, and you have become that inspiration to many parents. Both you, Amishi, Kunal, and all the team that you mentioned. This is how maybe one should team up together. Like we were discussing the other day, that it takes a village to raise a child, and it genuinely does. Everybody has a role to play.
Yes.
And the sooner that you identify any challenge, whether it is hearing or otherwise, any challenge, that sooner that we identify, the easier it is for us to pick up the interventions and for the child to bridge the gap. And we have to team up together.
Yes, it's always a team effort. I couldn't take everything on yes, but yes, of course, as a mother, you have to work hard. It's not that easy, but then you have to do it.
Wonderful. So we at Prerna Ke Srot, we wish you a lot of luck for all your projects, and all parents of any kind of kids, differently abled, specially abled, or any sort of, I would say, ability the child is born with. They can reach out to Rashmi in case if they need any sort of, guidance, help to understand what interventions, they can use. And we wish you a lot of luck. Thank you so much for joining us on Prerna Ke Srot. Have a wonderful...
It's been a pleasure, and I would thank you for giving me this platform. And I had never thought, again, it's a dream come true for me.
Okay, I wish you a lot of luck for all your upcoming projects. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shivani.